Imagine yourself driving home from work, and you run out of gas, and the next town is like 3 miles away, and it's really cold out. You want something warmer than a cotton made coat or polyester. You want something warm like alpacas. What we're going to be talking about is where they come from, what we can use them for, and what we can do with their hair, which is fiber. So let's start talking about their history. They come from up in the Andes Mountains in South America, in Bolivia, and Peru and Chile. And there's two breeds of them. There's Wakaya and Surreys. Surreys are like alpacas with the curly long hair, and then Wakayas are like, I imagine them like people with afros. They're like poofy and fluffy looking. They're more cute looking than Surreys. And like what you can do with them is you can like show them, like you can take them like all across the U.S. and show them like in Minnesota, like all over. Like I've been to a couple. They look complicated to do because they like look how good their fiber is. But all you do is get ribbons and just get reputation. And oh, I forgot all my slides. Like right here is where the alpacas are mostly in. It's like mostly the major area they come from is that South America region. Here's a picture of a Surrey, and this is actually one of mine. This is Weatherby. He's a new one. He's probably a couple months, maybe a year, or 5 months. And that was just taken this summer, but that's like a picture of a baby Surrey, which we call baby alpacas, are crias. So there's like different names, probably just like how they have for horses and all that. This is a Wakaya. I thought this one was pretty cute because it's fluffy, everything looks like he just wants to be a cuddle buddy. Then this is what their fiber looks like. Like when you like spread it apart, it looks clean like in the middle, and then darker because of all that hay and the dust that's collected in there. So then there's like a whole process of working with their fiber. Like I watch my mom have to pick through it by hand, picking out burrs, the hay, other stuff, and then she has to comb it through like a big needle type machine. It looks easy because all you do is turn the handle, like unknot it and make it straight and smooth. And then what you do after that is you spin it after you clean it, like you have to wash it or whatever. And then once you spin it, there's like many ways you can spin it. I think the spinning part's next. No, this is my mom and dad actually showing. This is I think last year. They got first place at the Minnesota alpaca area with one of our alpacas named Cessna, and I think they were in the paper once. But this looks like somewhat of how to show, and that's all you want, like ribbon and reputation. This is a drop spindle. It's what me and Kenny are right now doing with like wool for us to practice. But what you do is you like get yarn or the fiber, get it all on this hook, and then you just spin it off your leg, and then it will start spinning, and then you just keep making yarn. Me and Kenny are actually going to make them this year, but that's one way you can spin. And then this is like what's it called? A tube of yarn. It's after you get done spinning it, and that's what it'll look like. And then you can make things out of alpaca fiber, like scarves, hats, gloves, jackets, blankets, just like all neat things. Like my mom makes scarves, and they're really soft. And yeah, you can make socks out of them. You could probably make moccasins, or how you ever say that word, moccasins. And I have an alpaca hat I use out to go do chores, and it keeps me warm, especially when it's below 0. So, and then like another thing about taking care about alpacas would be you would need a big pasture. You got to keep the males away from the females, otherwise you're just going to have a hassle of taking care of them. And another thing is when you spin the fiber, you have to make sure it's not thick and chunky. Like you want to make sure it's thin, so you have to like always spread it and then spin again. So it's like taking me and Kenny a little bit to learn how to spin, but we're getting the hang of it, because my first spun yarn was horrible. It was chunky and ugly looking, but they're really a neat animal to learn about, especially because it's hard to figure out how many there are, but they're like, I think, almost extinct, the Surrey kind. So at our house we have Surrey alpacas, like 20-something, and they're really neat. But some people might say they purposely spit on people, but really they don't. They usually just spit at each other because it's over grain or hay, or just protecting their young ones. But if you're like messing with like their feet, they're gonna probably kick or push or spit. Because I've experienced getting spit on in the face, and it was really gross. It happened this summer. It ended kind of up in my mouth. It was really gross. And Kenny's been spit on before. But I've even been choked by one, like just getting pinned into a wall. Trying to clip their nails with my mom, and Cessna, she just like pinned me and I had my neck like hooked to the wall. It was awesome because I think it's pretty cool. And then I've been kicked in the leg by them. I've been abused by them, but they're really neat animals. So, like when you want to like learn about them, you might want to go and find a farm and have them explain stuff to you, because me and Kenny's actually had to show elder people that came out on our farm, and we showed them our alpacas, and they did like a tour. I don't know what this group was called, but they were a bunch of elders that just heard about us and just thought it would be cool to come out and come and tour our farm. And I think it's really cool to have people come out and look at our alpacas, because even vets say our barn is really neat and clean for most barns, and I think it's really neat to have that compliment, because if you go to most barns, they're like dirty or just not neatly organized. But with my dad out there, yeah, he keeps it organized, and he'll get very irritated if me and Kenny mess up our chore plan. But if you ever want to come and look at alpacas, just swing by over by the airport and find our area. You know, you can come and look at them. Just gotta give us a head call. But yeah, our alpacas are really neat to be with. So, so if you ever need something warm and you get a scarf, see if it's made from alpacas. Or if you want a hat, see if it's made from alpacas. But you should always want to learn about alpacas, because they are really neat animals and they're really intelligent. And they got a cool warning sound too. So like, it sounds like a turkey almost. But they do not like dogs either. They'll like cats. So.
All right.